In this video, I'll share the 3 core values that completely turned my life around. And I'm not holding anything back that can help transform yours too. Most of you will probably relate to this. I was the kind of kid, quiet, insecure, and invisible. Average grades, few friends, never the popular one. Yeah, that was me. I genuinely believed I had no potential. I would waste my days glued to screen and drifting through life because deep down I didn't believe I was meant for more. And then I had a crash, a moment where I felt the worst of the worst. And I made up my mind to end that feeling forever. That shitty feeling I got about myself, the feeling of failure. I was tired of living like that. So I made a decision to change my reality. And fortunately, I had a friend to start this journey with. He felt the same I did. We didn't know what was the right path. And around that time, a random guy popped up on my Reels feed, going viral for asking what colors you Bugatti. Yeah, it was Andrew Tate. It had to be him. Who else you thought? He said a lot of things that I didn't agree with him at first, but at that time I watched his content. He talked about having the mindset if he can do it, you can do it too. After this, something clicked. Yes, you can grow, yes, you can evolve, but you also have limits, and you won't break them until you stop ignoring them. Most of the limits you think you have aren't even real. They are stories you repeated so many times that your brain marked them as facts. Huberman always says, your brain is wired for survival, not for success. It wants predictable, safe, comfort. That's why anything new feels scary. It's not because it's impossible, but because your brain hasn't seen you survive it yet. The turning point was never believing in yourself. The real turning point is when you're sick of losing to the same version of you. That fed up moment is the crack in your chains. You can move into the second core value. Here's the part everyone avoids. You won't know your limits until you test yourself. Not planning, not thinking, not talking, but testing. Wake up earlier than you think you can. Train when your body feels heavy. Work when your brain feels cooked. Do the uncomfortable shit, even when every part of you wants out. For first few times, you will get humbled. You will feel exposed. You will feel like you're not built for this. And that's exactly the point. Amon the Brain explains that your limits is just the last place your brain felt safe. Push past that one spot and boundaries shift. Most people aren't stuck because they are weak. They are stuck because they have never gotten far enough to see their true capabilities. And when you get the taste of that new capability, you enter into the third core value. This is where everything changed for me. After testing myself again and again, something snapped in my identity. I stopped waiting for motivation to come. I became that guy who executes even when everything feels heavy. Living at your edge isn't self-destruction. It's staying in the zone that you know you're not completely ready, but you move anyway. That zone rewires your whole personality. Your confidence comes from action. Your self-respect comes from discipline. Your identity comes from the choices you make on your edge. Here's the line that sums up this whole solution. Your limits don't live in your mind. They live in your habits. Change your habits and you erase the limits. The more you train at your edge, the further the edge moves. What used to feel like impossible feels totally normal now. What used to scare you becomes your normal routine. What used to literally break you becomes light work. And once you hit that stage, you don't feel like the old you anymore. Not even close. You don't need to win every day. You need to just stop running from your edge and start walking towards it. Do that for long enough and you won't even recognize the old version of yourself. And this is how you fix your life. This is how I fixed my life. But there's something I didn't tell you earlier. Even if you break your limits, even if you test yourself, even if you live at your edge, if you don't know how to actually do what you want, none of it will stick. So click on the next